Deep in the heart of text films. Yeah, they won't go out with me. Looks like the credits could use some moisturizer. Plant supervisor's problems? What is this? About botanists? Oh, so was I predestined to see this then? Where do you put the bread?
No, Betty, that's wrong. Let me show you again.
It's a nuclear device, dear. You can't change the station.
All right, this one here in the right-hand corner to lock the suite. There we are. Now.
Boy, those sure were footsteps, weren't they?
Well, there's someone here to see you. Are you Mr. Bradshaw, the foreman?
Yes.
Mr. Donnelly up in personnel said for me to give you this card.
Oh my,
I'm your
that's
new,
filthy.
Bearings inspector.
Oh? Oh, well, now. I'll be with you in just a minute.
I gotta deal with this load first.
Well, I'll be back later to go over this with you, Betty. Just in the meantime, do the best you can.
Try not to kill yourself.
Would you follow me, please?
Sure.
The Lois Lane auditions.
Just have a seat here. I'll be back shortly.
To patronize you.
Well, Mr. Bradshaw, what's on your mind?
Increasingly fewer hairs.
She's a good one, too. Just look at that record.
Okay, now, Walt, you've had your little joke. Give her to somebody else. I ask for a man.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a man with her qualifications. Seriously,
Oh, now there's a
Brad,
face you couldn't
you
design
treat
if
her
you
right,
wanted
she
to.
might make you a darn good
And there's
employee.
another.
What do you mean, treat her right?
Get that chip off your shoulder.
Take her out
What's wrong
dancing.
with her?
She's a woman, isn't she?
Now, wait a minute. You got a lot of women in your department. What's wrong with one more?
I mean,
Did you ever
think
hear
about
the
it.
straw
Come
that
on.
broke the camel's back?
They're good workers.
My bald
Accurate,
spot
quick to
approves.
catch mistakes, a lot of patience.
Yeah, but that comes out of books.
Your books.
I work with them, mister. I know what happens.
What does happen?
It's a long story.
Come on
That's a
now,
long
tell me.
face.
What does happen? Maybe I've been misinformed.
Not so long ago, you sent me a girl by the name of Myrtle Malloy. Remember?
Okay, would you
I remember.
believe
As per
Mabel
her
Miller?
qualifications, I assigned her to an inspection bench. Well, in a matter of days, that bench looked more like her dressing table.
That batch looked more like her dressing
Then
table?
came the day when... Joe, will you take your stuff back to table 9? That'll be your bench for the time being.
Okay, Chief.
Why are you wearing a bathrobe, sir?
Myrtle, we're moving you to table number 10.
Is something wrong, Mr. Bradshaw?
Well, you're a woman.
Nothing's wrong. We just need this space for something else.
Well, I sure hate to give it up. It's been a nice place to work. The light's good here, and it's nicely situated right in the middle of things.
And I get to work next
just
to the
began
man
to
with the
feel at
weird
home.
shirt.
Well, I'm sorry, Myrtle, but table 10 will have to be your work area for the time being.
You mean there's liable to be another change?
That makes
There's
my
always
hair
that
crispy.
possibility.
Well, I certainly hope I'm not moved every other day.
With man, no trouble at all.
Conforms
Tell him what you
real
want, he
nice.
does it. But with Myrtle, a little move is a big production.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute.
But wait,
You
there's
asked me, now
more.
let me tell you. Now, here's another problem.
What, was he peeing into the vending machine?
Oh,
Mr.
Bradshaw,
Drysdale.
I wanted to tell you that the date is set for my marriage. I'll be leaving soon.
Marriage?
So,
I thought you
honey,
just got
you're saying
engaged.
you want to divorce
Well, I
me.
told you about it 6 months ago. We were only waiting till we could find a place to live.
6 months ago.
Man, I'm getting close to death.
Well, how soon are you leaving?
Well, the end of next week.
Well, that'll really put us in a bind around here. It takes time to break in a relief girl.
And we've only got Rivera in the
I wonder-
bullpen.
Why didn't you say something? I didn't realize you were getting married right away.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Bradshaw, but I really thought you knew. We've all been talking about it.
Oh, you girls never
Okay,
include
Brad,
me.
But how many blushing brides do you have?
7.
Besides, what's
5.
all this
No,
got to
wait.
do with Dolly, the new girl? She's already married. And she's a qualified bearings inspector.
You know what I was doing when this new girl came in a few minutes ago?
I don't want to know. I don't want to
trying
know.
to cope with one of the biggest problems of all, Walt.
Nuclear
Now, in your
weapons.
books, it comes under the general heading of absenteeism among women employees. Yesterday, I spent an hour and a half
Degrading one of
of
them.
our girls what she needed to know in order to start on the oscilloscope today. This morning,
Fiddle
she isn't
faddle.
here. So I had to use somebody else. I don't think the girl we got on it now
Is a
ever
girl.
picked it up. So I'll probably have to find somebody else.
Question.
Wrong.
All these things you've been talking about, marriage, absenteeism, personality problems, aren't they really just a part of life?
Part of a woman's life, maybe. But I can remember the good old days when there were
When
all
women were
men in my
men,
department.
and the men loved them and it wasn't gay.
You didn't have the production output you've got now either. Look, Brad,
He looks like a
You've got a
budget
new
Vincent Price.
who happens to be a woman. You need someone, and there isn't a man available.
Who are you gonna call?
It seems to me that whether the gal adds up to trouble or not is pretty much up to you.
But at least I'm clean. The position of generic 50s woman has been filled. I'm sorry. Impotence?
Okay, now, Walt, you've had your little joke. Give her to somebody else. I ask for a man.